Hi there, I'm Calla Cela. Welcome to the GIMP for Second Life presents more about text than you probably want to know. To begin with, on your toolbox below your tool icons, there should be a set of tool options. If it's not there, I have a video, the GIMP How to Dock the Tool Options Dockable Dialog to the Toolbox by me, which you can find on YouTube. Now that you have your tool options, let's look at what they are. First of all, on the left here or right here, you have your text icon. And then on the tool options, you have the drop-down menu that turns into this when you click that little button. Your font type, you can also type the font you want in there if you know your fonts, and it will change to that font. The size, your unit, I choose pixels, but there's inches and other measurements as well you can use. We have the text editor. If you click that tick box, you will have this text editor to use. You have down here hinting. You can see that a little bit there. And here we have it larger. You have 4 options, none whatsoever, slight, medium, and full. Hinting uses mathematical algorithms to adjust the outline of a font so that it lines up with a grid without vector graphics. And we'll look at vector graphics in a little bit. The lower a screen resolution, the fewer pixels, the more important hinting is to make clear, legible text. Vector graphics is the image, it's defined by angles rather than defined by pixels. The Path tool uses vector graphics as well as TrueType fonts. Anti-aliasing. If you check that tick box, you will have a smoother image. Aliasing is an effect that causes text and other raster graphics, raster is pixel graphics, to become indistinguishable when reduced. Raster graphics are defined by pixels rather than vectors. Vectors are angles. Anti-aliasing defines a way of minimizing the distortion of the text when a high-resolution image is decreased to a lower resolution. An easy way to think of this is when a 512 by 512 pixel image is being shrunk to a 256 squared pixel image, for example. The use of both anti-aliasing and hinting together can make legible text at very small sizes. Now we have justifying. This one right here you have it right on your tool options, is left justify. The next one over is right justify. The middle one centers it, and the last one makes it look like a newspaper with spacing, so it justifies on the left and the right sides. Right below that, we have indent, character spacing, and line spacing. Indent increases or decreases the indentation of the first line. Character spacing increases or decreases the space between the letters and the numbers. And line spacing increases or decreases the space between the lines. So that's a vertical spacing on the last one. Now, down below that by box, we have dynamic and fixed. When you're creating text, you create a box. You drag yourself a little box on your canvas. With dynamic, the box increases to fit the text, as you can see right up here. Dynamic, kick, 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 and it just stretches out. With fixed, the text wraps to fit within the box. And here we have fixed, fixed, fix, 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 wrap, and you can see how it wraps again. After you've chosen the color of your text or the foreground color, select your font, type, and size. Choose to use the editor or not by clicking or not clicking that tick box. The same with anti-aliasing. I keep anti-aliasing checked and hinting full. You can choose the type of justifying now or later. The same with the spacing. Choose fixed or dynamic for your box. I usually choose fixed. And now you're ready to create text. Drag your cursor to create a box, then type in your text. You can also paste text from a Word program into the text box. The advantage of pasting is the GIMP does not have a spell checker. You can continue to edit your text, changing size, justification, etc. after you start typing. Under the Layers drop-down menu on your canvas, there are two selections. One of them is Text to Path, and the other is Text Along Path. Here we have Layer Text to Path, and I have text, and you can see it's outlined in red, and that shows that it is now a path, and you can treat that like a path. Now you can also go layer texture along path. All those white circles are handles. My path and my text is turned into a path, and I have lots of handles there. I could drag them if I want. I can also choose text to path after that, and you can see now my text is curved and I have a curved path. I would create a new layer and use that one because the text is on this one. Okay, one last thing. Fun with text using the layers dialog. Check the little box that's circled where it says lock to lock the alpha, where it says lock. Then you can color in your text with gradients or other drawing tools like this. I have an alpha background on the text, and then there's black below it, which all the alphas locked. So I can just simply drag blend tools and color in with my different paint tools. So it's kind of fun. I have more GIMP tutorials here, and I teach a 10-week course, the GIMP in Second Life. Please feel welcome to subscribe or visit my shop, The Perfect Gift in Second Life. Just teleport off my profile pic. I'm Calla Cela, and thank you for watching this tutorial.